Who's that old guy up there? That old bald guy. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of stealth and fate. I've been around for a long, long year, changing the course of history. Look up in the sky, the sun, the moon, 93 million miles apart. And yet, from where we stand, they look to be the very same size. What are the odds? What a coincidence. Pleased to meet you. You don't have to guess my name. I'm Dr. Coincidence. Remember the times when you thought of somebody and they contacted you just out of the blue? Yeah. Remember the times when you've thought of an idea or some music and suddenly you heard it on the radio or the internet or some other media? And how about the times when you really needed some help, like getting a job, and somehow the right place at the right time, the right person seemed to happen? I'm going to tell you a coincidence story, another one, a longer one. This involves Dr. Caton and Dr. Beitman. Well, Dr. Beitman is a psychiatrist who works up the street at 11th and East Jefferson. He's got kind of a small office, likes to wear little V-neck sweaters and collared shirts. And he's really kind of full of himself right now because he just got a book published on coincidences. He thinks I'm his alter ego. I think he's my alter ego. One day, Dr. Beitman, we can call him Bernie, was standing outside an office on the 17th floor of a medical science building at the University of Washington in Seattle. He was deciding whether or not to knock on the door and say goodbye to Wayne Caton. Turned out that poor Bernie had just been denied tenure at the University of Washington and had to leave. He was going to the University of Missouri, Columbia. And he was very competitive with Wayne Caton. They were both doing kind of the same thing. Bernie was consulting as a psychiatrist in primary care internal medicine. The doctors would come up to him and say, what do you think about this or that, anxiety, depression or something? And Wayne Caton was doing the very same thing over in family practice. And Bernie was competitive. But Wayne was doing a better job. Should he say goodbye to him? Somehow, doing the right thing seemed to happen in his head. And Bernie knocked on the door and Wayne said, come on in. And right there on the desk of Wayne Caton was an article by two guys from England named Bass and Wade. And the article was about chest pain and panic disorder. And the idea behind the paper was that people who thought they had chest pain, who had got evaluated for chest pain and didn't have chest pain, a lot of them had panic disorder. Very interesting. And Wayne had a protocol for analyzing such patients in various clinics. And Bernie politely said, can I have the paper? Can I have the protocol? And Wayne said, sure, let's collaborate. Well, Bernie went to the University of Missouri and found the psychiatry clinic front door opened up on the back door of the cardiology clinic. So he could get cardiology patients coming into the psychiatry clinic to be evaluated according to Wayne's protocol. Fast forward 3 years, many papers. Bernie got promoted to full professor and became chairman of the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Missouri. All because he found it in himself to knock on a door and say goodbye to Wayne. It was great for me, Dr. Coincidence. because I got Wayne, so I got the guys at the University of Missouri rather, to study coincidences. And I helped develop with them, he helped develop with them, I helped him develop a coincidence scale that measures coincidence sensitivity. Just how sensitive are you to coincidences? So we did some numbers and got some data and had a nice paper. All because we were at the University of Missouri and I got Bernie to do coincidences. What can we learn about coincidences from this? Well, coincidences are more likely to happen during times of transition. Obviously, Bernie was leaving. They also happen during times of high emotion. He was so upset about leaving. And they happen at times of need. He knew he needed something to be able to do at the University of Missouri, and there it was. Pleased to meet you. Now you know my name. I'm Dr. Coincidence, and I'm here to connect you with coincidence. Thank you.